Absolutely not. I was actually, me and Joey had like a little issue with each other. Nothing on a personal level, but just on the MC level. So we reached a point in our careers where we had to make a decision. Like, were we gonna go at each other lyrically, or were we gonna? I felt like he was more of a value to me as an ally than an enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not saying that I outsmarted him. I'm just saying, like, I didn't want a problem like that with him. Not with a guy that's lyrical to that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of us forming a group, it was his idea to get all of us on the song. You know, so I don't think nobody can really take credit for forming the group. The only thought I put into it was when he asked me for a verse for that song, which was on his, was it an album?
Halfway Out.
Yeah, which was on Halfway House. I just ran and did the verse.
I think the fans formed the group.
Yeah.
Because once we did the song with him, the reaction and the impact was like, well, yo, let's do another one. And we got more love, and hey, let's do another one. And pretty soon, do another one turned into let's do a group. You know what I'm saying? So actually, in my opinion, the fans formed the group.
And Royce, how did working with Eminem affect your approach on the Slaughterhouse album?
I pretty much approached the Slaughterhouse album the same way that I approach any album. But like my approach to future albums has changed after I watch what Eminem is doing with our records. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's mixing everything. You know, he's teaching me so much. You know what I'm saying? He's putting his foot into this album. You know what I'm saying? So that makes me excited about doing my future albums. But prior to going into this album, shit, I just went into it like, shit, how we all go into our shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you guys are each equally lyrically talented. How is your approach to every single record? How do you, pick a beat? How do you guys, pick who goes first? Or, what is your method in the studio?
We just get in the studio and vibe out. To
Random.
be honest with you, it's just random. There's no plan and no schedule. We listen to beats, and if anybody gets an idea to spark, they start writing. Somebody else is in another room listening to beats. We all bring the ideas to the forefront. Somebody might lay a verse down. It's just a vibe out thing. We don't even know what. When we walk into the studio, there's no plan in the beginning of the session. It's just, hey, let's vibe out, let's see what's going on, and then everything takes its course naturally, and that's how the records get made.
And how did you guys approach the Hammer Dance record? How did that come about?
That was ill because that beat was like hitting in the studio. When we came to Detroit, we were like, yo, where's that one beat that we heard? And we couldn't find the beat anywhere. But one assistant engineer was like, oh, I remember where that beat is at. He pulled it up. Me and Joell were in there messing around with some ideas. Then the next day, Nickel came in and just took it to a whole nother level with the hook, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, that record, I get chills listening to that record. That's one of them ones, bro.
And then Joey went in
and just bodied it.
Joey went in. This was the thing. We had a plan. We talked about it. It's not like this shit happened accidentally. I talked to Joey. Joey said, yo, let's go back and forth. I said, cool, Joey. I respect your creative judgment. You an ill nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we agreed to do it. He like, you know what, Nickel? I just go to the studio and lay a couple bars down. I listened to what he did the next day, and it's a full 16. I don't know if y'all know what bars are, but what Joey did on Hammer Dance is a full 16 bar verse. He only was technically supposed to do fucking 8 bars.
Basically leave room for Royce to get on the record.
Yeah. So when he lays the shit in the studio without me there, he calls me like, yeah, Nickel, whatever you don't like, just take 8 bars off of it, which would leave me room for the song other than the hook. But it just so happened to be a phenomenal verse. You motherfucking asshole.
He did that shit on purpose.
He did it on purpose. And the problem with Joey is that he's not denying it. He's not saying, oh, Nickel, my bad, man, I ain't mean. He's like, yeah, you off this one.
And what what can we expect from Welcome to Our House? What producers are on the album and what cameos you got? Who's welcome to your house? Who's welcome to be on the album?
Premature, that was too premature to give out any features with guests. But we got a lot of great producers, Street Runner, Alex the Kid, Boy Wonder, John Porter,
Eminem.
Yeah.
King Beats.
We got we were blessed enough to have a bunch of really talented producers just come through and put their best foot forward, and we did the same, and it made for great music.
And Joey, you're really into sports. Who would you compare to Slaughterhouse and to what sports franchise?
Oh, that's a good one.
Me. Can I say something? Me personally, us four, and I have to include Eminem because he's been like the 5th member on this project. Us 5, right now we're like Kentucky in the March Madness run for the tournament, dealing with 5 pros. No one's gonna beat them kids, and nobody's gonna beat this album. I'm sorry. Keep it 100.